I've got a hot topic that's stirring up the rugby world, so grab your favourite beverage, settle in, and let's dive into it. Former Leinster coach Matt Williams has slammed the Springboks' tactic of bringing all their forward replacements on at once, calling it dangerous. Williams was speaking on a Virgin Media podcast when he criticised the 6-2 bench split, a strategy regularly used by our own Rassie Erasmus. In fact, Erasmus has even picked a 7-1 split on his bench during the World Cup. Williams believes that World Rugby should outlaw teams having more than 5 forwards in reserve. He argues that this tactic is not only unfair, but also goes against the spirit of the game. He stated, at the 49-minute mark, 6 South African forwards walked onto the field. Is that what the replacement laws for safety were designed for? He continued, that is not any criticism of South Africa. It's not a criticism of Rassie. It's a criticism of World Rugby that allows that to happen. That is not what our game is designed for. Now, last Saturday, Erasmus ordered his 6 forwards, known as the Bomb Squad, onto the field all at once. This move even prompted Ireland to send in Ryan Baird and James Ryan, who hadn't been scheduled to come on. But what's Rassie's take on all this? Responding to Williams' comments, which have been widely reported in South Africa, Erasmus had this to say, "We do hear things, we see things. I'm on social media and I read things. There's some things you really take to heart and try to understand. I try to stay in touch with South Africa and what our people feel, how our people react, and try to be honest to the media without giving too much away." Erasmus defended his tactics by explaining, "To be honest with you, I've learned that if you know the laws and the protocols and you don't go outside the protocols, I've been slapped over my wrist for not doing that. Then, learning and adapting, I really don't see how that would be dangerous. Our reality is, listen man, we could send them on one by one, but all 6 go at the same time. I don't know if that's dangerous. I mean, Ireland definitely also play with 6 too." Erasmus pointed out that the Irish team probably doesn't share Williams' view. I don't think the Irish team feels that way. I don't think Andy Farrell feels that way. It's one individual who said that. I'm not even sure the Irish players feel about it. They're too proud. They handled it well, and after that, they still scored 2 great tries to make it a really tense game. One injury was in the first half on Sheehan, before the Bomb Squad comes on. So yeah, some things make sense when you see it and others don't. Shifting gears, Erasmus fielded questions in Umhlanga after naming an unchanged 23-man squad for the second test, as they look to close out the series in Durban. This time, he was more serious and straight-laced, even attempting to predict the Irish team lineup. He said, "The first week was easy. We knew exactly who was injured and who wasn't. I actually tried to just compare the weights and the sizes for people to see how close it is." He continued, "People always tend to see us as this big, heavy pack, but the last 8 games we played, I think we were lighter than the opposition right through. I know our wingers are lighter, but then we are not this big, heavy pack that outweighs the opposition by 4-5 kilogram. We're normally 1-2 kilogram lighter. That's the interesting thing about people saying we want more stoppages in the game. It was a stop-start game, and it's not anybody's fault. There were big injuries, those kind of things." Erasmus also weighed in on the timing of the games. "When one says that, I'm not trying to play mind games. You're being honest, you're saying what you think you're going face, and you weight it up, show it to the players. You compare fitness where they are in their season, they're at the end of their season. In November, we're at the end of our season, and we go over there and play England, Scotland, those kind of things. They're at the end of their season. When they're finished on Saturday, they're done. They go for a 4-5 week break, so they can give everything. We're going into our season. I just go into those things to bring everyone up to speed with where we are." As always, Erasmus isn't one to shy away from stating facts. Since we got together as a group, we've lost to them by 3 points, 3 points, and 5 points, or something like that. 2 was away games and 1 was a neutral venue, so they clearly had our number. This weekend, again, in the last minute, if they kept the ball through phases, it would have been a draw. Certainly they created a lot, and they could have scored 1, 2, or 3 tries more. We both scored 3 tries, and we had a few more opportunities that wouldn't have just been opportunists. It was some well-structured play that didn't end up in tries. Rassie knows the importance of facing tough opponents like Ireland. But Ireland is certainly one of the teams that's been peaking and ruling the Six Nations and delivering world-class players and World 15s. Without a doubt, we know that every single time we go up against them, it's going to be a very tight match. So, what do you think, Green and Gold Army? Is Rassie right in defending his tactics, or does Williams have a point about the bench splits? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Until next time, stay passionate and keep supporting the Springboks.